So let's go ahead and go to Dropbox. Everything should have been placed in number 5 for you guys. All right, so we want to go into number 5 and we want to copy the Excel spreadsheet. So I'm just going to copy this sheet and I want to go into folder number 6 here and I'm going to paste it. So now that we're here, we actually want to change the name of this. And let's just call this Predicting the Range. And I'll put Brass Eric. Rename that, and we're just going to go ahead and go into Dropbox and open this up. Not Dropbox, but Microsoft Excel. So let me go back and let me go into Open, and let's go to number 6 here. And we have our Predicting the Range calculator in here. Is that right? Yes, that's right. So we have our initial velocity here. So let's create a new page and call it Prediction. Prediction. And the first column is going to be called Initial Velocity. And this is going to be measured in meters per second, of course. And this is going to be equal to our initial velocity that we calculated the last time. And so you go back to the initial, you say equal to, and then you go back to the initial velocity page, and you select on the initial velocity on that page. And there we go. So it brings it right over. Then the next thing that we have, we're going to have angle in degrees. And let me see. Okay. And so we want to start off with 0 degrees because we know what we should get at 0. So when we put in all of our formulas, we want to make sure that we're pretty much getting the same thing. It's kind of like a check. The next one is going to be angle in radians. And the reason why we do that is because Microsoft Excel doesn't like degrees. So let's just go ahead and convert our angle in radians, our angle in degrees over to angle in radians. So how many radians are in a degree? In case you guys don't know, it's going to be pi. Gotta pick the right one. Pi radians in 180 degrees. All right, so that converts it over, but of course 0 times anything, it's just going to be 0. And then we're going to have our A, B, and C coefficients. And that is going to come from what we have here. A, then we're going to have B, and finally we're going to have C. Okay, so that's what we're about to put in to this sheet here. So I'm just going to call the first one A. I'm not really too concerned with the units right now. So we know that this is going to be equal to 1 divided by 2 times 9.81. So that's 1/2 gravity. If we go back and look, you'll see 1/2 gravity actually has a negative sign there. So let's make sure we put our negative sign in front. And then B is just the velocity in the y direction, initial velocity in the y direction. So it's going to be B